And we are back here live at Shamrock Fighting Championships. What a night of fights as we get ready here for our co-main event of Will Joplin taking on Aaron Poston. So let's send it up to the cage for Stephen Bear.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out our next bout of the evening. Tonight, fighting out of the blue corner, give it up for Will Joplin!
Will Joplin is a veteran of this sport in every sense of the word, as this is his 60th fight. Joplin is a freestyle fighter who trains at Glory MMA with several UFC standouts. Fighting is truly in his blood, as he has been doing this for over 10 years, Kevin.
That's a long time of fighting. You learn a lot in 10 years of fighting.
Now, as we move in here to our co-main event at Shamrock Fighting Championships, I am so psyched for this fight. This is going to be a back-and-forth battle.
I can't wait to see these guys bang it out. They both said they want to stand in the middle of the ring and bang it out.
Yes, and definitely, Will Joplin is always moving forward, and he is ready to go. With those 60-plus fights, how good busy is that experience?
Experience is huge. That experience is huge. That's so many fights to learn what you can and can't do in the cage and learn how to better yourself along the way.
Now, he also trains with big names such as Zach Cummings, Tim Elliott, and Jason Krause, all from the UFC.
Again, working out with UFC guys, it's one of the top MMA federations in the world.
Looking good for their camera as we are getting him ready. Applying the grease, and we will get this action underway in just a bit. Glory MMA has really turned out a lot of pretty high-end fighters. Again, Zach Cummings and those guys all making it to the UFC. So he definitely has a good training camp behind him.
A good training camp and a rough training camp. That's tough training with that many good fighters.
Yeah, it has got to be a grind to get beat on that much every day.
All right, let's bring out his opponent tonight. Fighting out of the red corner, give it up for Aaron Poston!
Oh, Kevin, I am excited for this. Aaron Poston took a 2-year layoff from MMA, but that did not mean he wasn't busy. He racked up a record of 4-1-1 in the sport of boxing. He also trains out of American Top Team HD, and he gets in work with many UFC vets.
This is going to be a great fight. Both guys like to stand and bang. We'll see if Joplin can handle the boxing skills of Poston.
Now, the thing that I find interesting is Aaron is he's a special ed teacher and does a whole lot of stuff for his kids. And he does this fighting, you know, and it's fun. You know, the thing that I find interesting on this, though, is that he does donate most of his fight purses to a charity or someone in need. I mean, it's an amazing thing that he does that really, I mean, it touches your heart, and that's why he keeps fighting. He thought about walking away a couple of years ago, but that's why he does it.
Aaron Poston, he's a better man than I. I used to like to keep my purses, but the fact that he can donate those is phenomenal. Shows what a great guy he is.
Now, he has racked up that time in the boxing ring, Kevin. Now, you've racked up some in the boxing ring also. That has got to do a lot for his game.
Well, it does a lot for your punching ability, but boxing and MMA are two different sports.
And let's send it straight to Stephen Bear.
All right, here we go, fight fans tonight. Fighting out of the blue corner this evening, weighing in at 143.5 pounds, fighting out of Lee's Summit, Missouri. Give it up for Will Joplin! His opponent tonight, fighting from across the cage out of the red corner this evening, He weighs in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Auburn, Kansas. Give it up for Aaron Poston.
Over here. On this side over here. Okay, fellas, gave you instructions dressing room. Got any questions? Got any questions? Touch them up right here. God bless you. Come out fighting.
And here we go, Kevin, with our co-main event as Mike England singles to get it all ready and get the action started. And here we go. Joplin looking to take the center of the cage and land a few leg kicks.
If Poston's been boxing, leg kicks are a good idea.
Does that mean to take out that lead leg and make it a little harder to plant and push?
Absolutely, and you have different stances. Boxing has a completely different stance than a kickboxing stance. It leaves that leg wide open to get hit.
Throwing wild head kick there. Oh, nice straight.
Nice front kick.
Both fighters feeling each other out here a bit.
Yeah, with two fighters with this much power in their hands, it's a smart thing to do. You don't want to walk into something crazy.
So with that, Kevin, what are they looking for right now as they do the feel-outs?
Feeling out how fast the other guy is. See if there's any weaknesses in his defense, any opportunities you can exploit.
Nice left hands coming from Poston. Corner's calling for the 1-1-2 overhand.
Poston switching stance here a little bit. Righty, lefty, back to righty, back to lefty.
Now, how much does that confuse your opponent?
You know, it depends on the opponent. You know, a veteran like Joplin, he should be used to seeing righties and lefties.
With 60-plus plights, I bet he's definitely seen him. Going for the takedown. Looking to the double leg. Poston trying to work that underhook.
He's going to want to pull Joplin up so he can't get a hold of those legs. He doesn't want to let him clasp his hands. Joplin looking for a trip. Not there.
You know, Joplin is super tough and does like those big slams, so I'm sure he's looking to pull that double leg out there and take him down.
Poston's keeping a good, strong base, trying to prevent that from happening. Not going to let Joplin clasp those hands.
Now, how hard is this on Poston where he's been just grinded into the cage, but low this time?
To be honest, this is tough on Joplin, who's the one trying to keep him on the cage, trying to take him down. Poston should be pretty relaxed right here. He's got a good, strong base, trying to lift Joplin up a bit.
Halfway through round one.
Now at this point, Poston's gotten Joplin up. He needs to reverse him, put his back on the cage, get a little space, land some punches. He's losing the round right here. You don't want to sit on that cage for too long.
Still working that left side underhook.
Yep, trying to keep Joplin up. Doesn't want to let him get low on the legs. Referee Mike England looking for a little action here. He might break this up if we don't get some action here shortly.
And there it is.
That's the separation Poston wanted. Poston needs to take this and land some punches.
Oh! Big shot, again to the cage. And there is that big slam that we talked about.
A nice takedown from Joplin.
Nice reversal in the mount.
Beautiful sweep from Poston.
And we
with a minute left, see if he can do some damage.
Now, Kevin, in this position, he needs to rein up and start dropping some bombs, right?
He wants to make some space, use his forearm, make some space, land some punches and forearms. And there they come. Big punches.
And he's got his back with one hook in.
Looks like he's got both.
30 seconds here in round one.
Poston landing some strikes, trying to soften Joplin up.
Working a bit of a neck crank there.
Yeah, that rear naked was on
10
top of the
seconds.
chin.
Big rounds there. Little exchange of words there after the bell.
Very close round, very close round.
How do you got this one called, Kevin?
Could have gone either way. I'm going to give it to Poston because he got back control, which is a very dominant position.
And we'll take a look at this here as he set up the takedown. Big leg kick coming in. Working that double leg. Picks him up. A little bit of a bounce off the cage, and then we get that big slam. As we get ready for round two here, Kevin, what do we need to see out of Poston and out of Joplin?
I think Poston wants to keep his distance, land those strikes. Joplin wants to get this fight back to the ground, but keep top position.
Here we go with round two. Shamrock FC co-main event. Oh. Again, pushing that head, possible arm in. Nice knee to the thighs.
Poston doesn't want to sit here too long.
Joplin's corner is definitely liking those knees.
Joplin looks pretty content here to sit here and just land these big knees to the leg.
Now, Kevin, that has got to be hurting Poston.
Absolutely. They add up. But even bigger is that Joplin is winning this round with these knees. Poston needs to do something to swing the round back to his advantage.
And here we go. Oh, taking him to the center and another big slam.
Joplin ends up in Poston's half guard.
Now from this position, is he going to stand to look to pass?
He can look to pass, or he can posture up and rain down some big punches. Poston gets back to, looks like he's got about a half butterfly in there. Grabbing the cage, though.
And he's being warned by referee Mike England.
Poston back to full guard.
Mike England right on top of the action.
If Joplin wants to do some big damage, he's going to need to posture up and start raining down some big blows.
Working some knees to the lower extremities here.
Joplin's landing any short shots he can, but these short shots aren't creating quite the damage he wants. He needs to posture up, land some big punches. Poston looking for a sweep.
Busted up a little bit over that eye also. And we are halfway through round two here in Shamrock Fighting Championships co-main event.
More short punches and short elbows from Joplin. Joplin can post that hand on the face and slide that elbow down.
Those elbows are really doing some damage to Poston.
Poston looking to do a little rubber guard.
Kevin, how does all of that blood play into the psyche of the fighter?
Depends on the fighter, Jeremy. Some fighters are really affected by their own blood, some don't care. But what it does do is it makes his head slick so he can pull it out of submissions.
Also looks like he'd have to worry about it raining down to his eye like we had talked about before in this position.
Joplin looks to be working an arm triangle, which is going to be tough to finish from Poston's guard.
1 minute and 30 seconds left here in round 2.
Joplin still working that arm triangle.
Oh!
And he gets the tap.
What a fight by Will Joplin, taking his 60th fight as a win.
Wow, Will Joplin just finished that arm triangle from Poston's guard. That shows power and strength.
That is a tough one, and that definitely shows his veteran abilities in this sport.
Absolutely. That is a submission you normally cannot get from your opponent's guard.
You know, we said he was a big-time grinder, and it definitely happened. Big action here as we see the final. Talk us through it, Kevin.
Joplin got the position, got the arm over, squeezed it for about 30 seconds until he finally got the correct position and got that finish.
What a way to end the bout and to take his 60th career fight. Will Joplin looking good in there. Very happy with this fight. So let's send it up to the cage to Stephen Bear for our results.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this bout has ended 3 minutes and 48 seconds of round number 2 due to tap out from an arm triangle. Your winner, give it up for Will Joplin.